Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin, and Kat.
So, part 2 coming. Where's the cool? See, I go Spider-Man, you go Hearts.
I go BTS. Which technically is a tiny little one too.
Do you ever think like maybe they think that they've had a conversation but nothing's been said and it just happens telepathically?
Maybe.
To these they did.
Oh, to be that lollipop.
I'd settle for being the basketball.
We take women's rights back like 50 years. We're like, tread on me, spit on me, anything.
No, not spit. Not spit.
No.
Spit.
It's so cute. It's like they've got their own little man cave.
Cute isn't the word I was going for.
I like to think that post-it note is like a murder board back there and they're solving crimes. That's what I've decided.
Secretly superheroes. Oh, yeah.
I've never learned to play pool for a reason,
Well, so they
can teach me. Oh no.
Why is it just a walk? Just a walk, does it? Oh, that was swaggy. They lit the lighter up just by rubbing it on his thigh.
I thought it was only sugar that played with fire. Oh.
Oh, I'm so glad it's this one. I love this song.
His hair like that was really nice.
Goosebumps again.
I mean, he's attacking hard even now.
Who is? Who's that? Oh. Jin's attacking her hard.
There's a lot of attacking going around. That sounds so good. Do you reckon this is supposed to be like their inner thoughts and their outer self?
Maybe they're trying to step away from their negative thoughts that are trying to like pull them back in. Like step out of the darkness.
Size of RM. Jesus.
We need to get
Well, that is just a
life-size-
catwalk. Look at it.
We need to get life-size cutouts, guys. That's all I'm saying. I feel so sad that he sat there on his own.
I was staring into his eyes.
I was literally on the way here. Like
We haven't done a live of this.
I know. I've been.
When I saw their black outfits at the beginning, blue and grey, I was like, is that going to be Black Swan?
Oh, they're going to take off the jackets.
Yeah, they're all wearing the black underneath.
Just like when we're gonna get the gym and dance that I've literally been waiting.
Magic!
Can't.
It's just buttons again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hardly any buttons.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Their backup dancers are amazing.
Oh. Boots.
Yes.
This is phenomenal.
I'm not coping.
Oh my god, that's the coolest thing ever.
The sound effect with it. Oh, I wonder what that looks like from above.
Where is Jim?
I can't cope if he's gonna. It's like that. Ah, JK.
You haven't seen this choreo,
I
have
need
you?
some oxygen. Are you okay, Jenny?
No.
Let's wait for my favourite bit.
See, V has vampire vibes, something like that.
You alright, Erin?
Keep moving.
No, it's fine.
Whoever picked Jimin's and JK's outfits needs a raise. Oh. Okay, the chain doesn't help, it draws attention.
Wouldn't blame you if you were.
Oh.
You got little fluff on his nose.
You have handsome on your face. What was it, feathers? Or?
Might be like feathers or bits of glitter or whatever they had in the air. What are they going to do?
I'm scared.
We didn't survive the dance practice.
Bless him.
Oh. No, he has to do lower body too.
Okay, so he has a short crop jacket and a chain around his waist. And then boots. Oh my god, I'm living for it. Oh, it's like a medley.
I've not done a live of this, have I? Together, I'm an adult.
It does though, doesn't it? It brings out your inner fangirl. Like, there is no age of a fangirl. Of an inner fangirl at a concert is just like a
Except that my fangirl is not inner at all.
That's what I mean, yeah.
She's out there. Just bring
So those Jimin.
did you see that? Yeah.
It's not fair.
I try not to look at that and then they do that.
Again, the tone of Jin's voice is lovely, isn't
I
it?
know,
It's so stable.
yeah. Oh. Oh, he looks so like sad-eyed.
Pose, Jacob.
Oh, good gosh.
Oh, was that necessary, Jin? Was that look necessary?
I'd love to see behind the scenes footage of them practicing this stuff in the mirror, the looks.
Oh, do you know? Yeah.
Okay, so part 2, we've had the pause with
The little VR, the little, yeah.
the pool table.
Very nice.
JK, RM and V. I love the bad boy thing. Says the girl who goes completely crazy for Got Yoongi. Yeah, the whole bad boy thing works for me.
I thought RM looked quite thick.
All three of them
Looked quite thick in that section. You know what I mean?
He
Like,
did.
yeah.
Because I was sitting here about to say V in that, but I was like, but then JK in that, but then RM in that.
Yeah,
all three of them.
They did look really good.
Again with like the lollipop. instead of the smoking because he dropped it into
Yeah.
the cup.
So I just really liked that video.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah. The VRs are always really good. Obviously, they have like, for every concert, they always have like a theme or a little story or whatever it is they're trying to get across. And then they always film these VRs so that when they're going and doing their quick changes, you've got something that keeps you entertained. I think that's really smart.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's effort that they wouldn't have to do that. We'd gladly sit and wait for them.
Or they could have put on like an MV or
loads
something.
of artists don't do that. You just wait.
Yeah.
But they literally sort of take care from start to finish of your journey that goes with this story that they're trying to present. I think it's just really, really good effort. And again, it just proves that we will sit and watch anything. So we're like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what I found interesting though was we had that whole thing and it was all very bad boy and we were like, oh, this is exciting, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
And then they came back in with blue and grey and it was like, whoa, this is not the mood I was expecting to come back into.
Yeah.
But again, it was nice because it was unexpected.
An emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love that song so much. I love it.
I really like what they did with the mirror video, because obviously it's a video, not a mirror, but it was meant to be like a mirror. Because what I noticed during it, I don't think I said it during, was that the first part of each person's verse, their part, was done by the mirror half. I mean, they were singing it live, but the mirror half was moving their mouth and they had their back to you. And then the second part, you saw them singing it, and the mirror wasn't singing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
It was like a journey from that version of themselves to this version. Yeah.
RM's, I think, was the only one who had like a secondary face almost come into it.
And like a transition,
yeah.
didn't he?
And that was that supposed to be like, because after his one, did they then start to move away?
Yeah.
So was that kind of like, because his was the one that looked like it turned and like made eye contact?
Yeah.
So was that like the decision to like, right, we're going
Move
to
on.
start breaking away from this, and then they all started to, but it really honed the message of the song.
Especially because it was grey and the jackets were blue. Or I couldn't tell if the jackets were blue or they were white but with a blue light on them.
Or like silver,
Yeah.
kind of,
It just looked like,
But because they were obviously in the concert hall, you know, in real life,
Yeah.
they had colour. They had
Yeah.
the flush of their skin and everything versus the very grey...
it's like sallow, wasn't it?
Yeah, of the video. So it did give that contrast of them we're moving away from... And again, it was like moving away from no colour into colour, which is like what the VR little pool table thing, when we don't know what they're dealing with in their briefcases, lots of colourful sachets, and then the story throughout seemed to be about putting the colour back into the world.
So when you said colourful sachets, I thought of you and your dip collection.
Yeah!
Do you think that if that had been an in-person concert, they would have still done that and had them have their backs, or do you think they'd have staged it differently for that song? Because it worked very well online, but I'm not sure if they would have wanted to stand with their backs to a concert full.
Yeah, but I would have watched it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we already know the lovers of what we would watch, but
No, you're right. I wonder if they chose to do that with that effect, knowing that it would work quite well for the online concert. Although we'll find out if they do that for the LA ones, which are going to be in person. But I do think it would work in an in-person concert as well. You could, you know, all along the stage. So yeah.
Next one was... it was Black Swan.
I think that is the perfect transition song from like slow but starting to like bring up like the melody, the tempo.
Yeah.
It's the perfect like,
Because Black Swan, it's not a upbeat, but it's not exactly...
it's not a ballad, is it?
ballady either. Yeah.
And what they did with the movement and the wings.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the screen just went black for the moment that was supposed to be when it would have been V's focus. Because they did everyone's, they went round, and then it went black, but everyone was still in their positions.
Maybe. I really wanted to see an overhead of that to see if there was something we should be seeing. Yeah. Especially when they did the ripple. I bet that looked good from above.
They have done a performance of that. So we've got a couple of performances of Black Swan on the list, and one of them, when you see that from the side, is there when they're lifting Jin up, and then there's a couple of stacks of people behind, and then it goes down in almost like a wave, and then down to the people at the end that are like crouching on the floor. So it does from the side create a shape as well. So yeah,
Well done to whoever choreographed that. 'Cause it was
Lord.
stunning. Which is why they shouldn't let Jimin and JK wear those outfits, because it distracts me from... Because that's stunning too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that was your experience of Black Swan, because I knew as and when you're going to watch it, like it would hit. Especially for the dancing, the level of it and everything. And the movements, the choreo is so
beautiful.
sensual, it's awesome.
I thought J-Hope did a really good job. Because obviously we always say how like his and Jimin's dance styles are different. But I thought J-Hope flowed so nicely with it.
All of them talked about it being a challenge actually, because especially not for the, as it were, natural dancers like RM and Jin, like going into more modern dance, it was a new challenge. I think it was really brave of them to do that. And they relied on Jimin a lot, and Jimin was helping them a lot, apparently. So
oh my god, I would love to watch that. And are there any more performances of that where it's a bit more dance heavy?
Yes. Yeah, their first one that they ever do is on the James Corden show. It's amazing. They're all in black and they're all bare feet.
Oh, to be honest, one of the first things I did was I looked at Jimin's shoes to see if they were dance shoes.
Jazz shoes, yeah.
Yeah. So can I have that, please?
It's on the left.
I
want that one.
I noticed JK shoes, because they were just like those high boots.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't have thought I would have wanted to see a man in them boots. But now I'm glad that I did.
Remember I sent you that picture of RM in them boots? That moment from Friends, Ross just like...
Although, as much as I kept going on about Jimin's hair, how he shouldn't cut it, because I think what would have completely finished off that whole thing was if he'd gone with the ponytail.
Oh, wow.
That he had in his birthday V Live.
Do you know what, the ponytail didn't get me?
No, you can have Jimin with a ponytail. I don't do ponytails.
You heard it. It's mine.
Only when you've got a ponytail.
I mean, I wouldn't get that far, but it didn't like do anything different for me. I was like, it's Jimin. I didn't go.
One of the performances of Black Swan, JK.
Why am I now into ponytails? What's happening to me? Oh dear.
Because it's like everything you can't get here.
I think it's
you
a
can
bit.
get men with a ponytail here. They're just, top knot men.
They're not Jimin.
And they're not Jimin. And
I think the issue is that BTS can make anything attractive.
Confidence.
Yeah, the way they wear it is good, yeah.
Stage command.
It is a phenomenon. But I'm okay with that.
There's like a whole list of things I could go through with BTS where they said, do you like this? And I'm like, no. And then they would do it and I go, yes. And it's not as simple as because BTS do it, I now accept it. It's that suddenly I'm finding it attractive.
Yeah.
Except spitting. No.
No, I can't.
And we know they don't do that. He only does it for acting purposes in an MV.
Okay, so Black Swan went into a small part of Blood, Sweat and Tears.
I like how for Black Swan there were no notes. It just says Black Swan.
I think it's because it's stuck with us.
Yeah.
So I didn't need to write anything down about that. Yeah.
And of course, the backup dancers on Black Swan as well were amazing.
I love the feathered.
Yeah, they were so good the way they moved.
So good. Although, I'd like to think that they did what I would do in that situation of when you were rehearsing with costume dress rehearsal. I would have just walked past the whole thing and gone, feathers.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have been able to do that and not made some kind of that noise and just.
Because I'm the person who walks through the shop when you get to dressing gowns. I'm like, I have to feel that one.
I
have to
did,
feel
but
that.
then I'm like,
so
many people don't.
Okay, so it went into Blood, Sweat and Tears. Now they only did a small part, which at the time I was like, no, I want to see that. But I think there's a reason they didn't, because the dance practice.
You wouldn't
JK
have
on the
the full one
floor.
anyway, no.
No.
I did feel slightly relieved when it stopped.
You know what upset
Do you know
me?
what I mean? It was like, ooh.
Do you know what upset me? We didn't see Jimmy's shoulder, did we? We didn't do the shoulder bit, did we?
All because of that one button.
You got a nipple.
I know, we got a lot else.
We got a lot of chest from.
I'm going to
From
go out on
several.
a limb here and say I'd rather have a shoulder than a nipple, to be honest. Not massively sure nipples are high on my list of things that I find attractive.
But shoulders are.
But they come with
Shoulders are, yes.
They come with a peck, and I feel like I'm caressing myself now.
Cover the boob.
I'm trying to be like, they come with this whole area,
Yeah.
Trying to sell it.
and they're attached to the shoulder.
Sweat.
Dripping.
Okay, Okay, so it went into Fake Love, which is another one that we haven't seen a live performance of. And I liked it.
It's very good. Yeah, it was nice actually. The concert was a mix for you girls of stuff you have seen already and then stuff that you've not seen. So there was a few treats in there as well, which was awesome.
More than a few treats.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Fake Love's choreo was really good.
Again, it was great to watch it because we haven't seen the full choreo. We haven't done a dance practice. We've only seen the MV.
Yep.
So, yeah. And JK gave us a little woo.
Yep.
Okay. Again, we haven't said anything about vocals and all of those because I'm just so... I'm still new ARMY and I'm still so used to the vocals always being so good that it's a kind of, well, of course it was. What do you want me to say?
I spoke to you guys, like, I don't know if it was off camera because it's all just blurred for me, to be perfectly honest, about not getting to hear Jin's voice as much and then just hearing it now, just how phenomenal it is, and maybe actually not even realising how much of some songs he does really sing, because it doesn't seem to be like that much.
MVs can be misleading, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it might have been this section of videos where you really heard it, but I know I said it quite a few times. I was just a bit taken back about just how comfortable I feel when I hear his voice, and
it's a lovely tone.
And the sound of it. I don't want to say accent. I don't know if that's the right word, but do you know what I mean? It's just, it has just a certain noise and
I think as well it just shows you that they don't use a lot of effects on the thing, because if they sound the same live as they do on the I was going to say CD, like we've bought a CD in 20 years. If they sound the same live as they do on Spotify
on the track,
on the produced record, okay, so that was part 2. And I will say that Black Swan, over the whole thing, it's the one that immediately afterwards was that I could remember instantly. So it stuck with me.
It's amazing as well how the concert itself was like 2.5 hours, but
it didn't feel like it.
It kind of goes really quickly, doesn't it? Because it's just literally experience after experience after experience.
The whole experience reminded me of is the part in Squid Game. Sorry, every reference I make is to Squid Game now. It's all in my head.
Spoiler alert before Jenny says anything.
The slapping. It's like every song was like another slap.
Yeah.
But you were still there going, I'm going to keep going.
Now do you understand why I used that reference a lot? I'm going to keep playing. No, it's fine. Oh no, I made a mistake. I didn't do it.
Okay. Right, so thanks for watching and head over to watch part 3.